Oh my God.
So let's go through this one more time.
All right.
Okay.
Asia Wilson's on top, top, top. Can't take her spot. She's a real one through.
Okay.
Girl, let me show you how a professional does.
Now, I don't want to let it go too far because I don't want to get a hit with a copyright joint because I don't necessarily know if Nike, wherever they got that beat from. But just to that part right there, she got two different separate commercials for these new A1s that do come out, I believe, in 2 days. What is it, May 6th? They come out in May 6th, bro. And when I sit here and say Nike did their big one, like this was probably the closest that you will get to a late 90s, early 2000s Nike commercial. Like that when Nike actually used to put some type of effort in Black culture into the commercials where it made the shoe commercial resonate, almost felt like a mini like a series. Like when you see an episode of Martin or you see an episode of Fresh Prince and you kind of think about those Nike commercials that used to come out during that time, from even the Gary Payton and Kevin Garnett commercials and the Tim Hardaway, what was it, the Fun Police Jones, or the previous early WNBA women, the Lisa Leslie, the Cheryl Swoops, Don Staley Nike commercials. Like when you remember those commercials, and it's a channel on Instagram, and I forgot. Is it Throwback? I think maybe, I forgot. It's something called maybe Throwback Nike commercials. I can't remember what it was, or Nostalgia Nike commercials. It's something like that. It's an Instagram page that literally all they do is upload old Nike commercials. And I've been seeing them recently, and I've been following, and I've been liking the page, sharing the post when I see those videos. I mean, those old commercials come up because it do just remind you, like Nike used to have a brain, and me and Marcus talked about that before here when we talked about how Anthony Edwards kind of got the most fire shoe commercials right now with Adidas. So it was kind of like, and it's so funny, like, well, you can see that Nike may know, and I'm sure this maybe have a lot to do with just who Asia Wilson is, because there is a lot of gems and breakdowns in the commercials for herself. Because I can even read some of them out where like the young girl got the beads in her head and it's spell out Asian name in the commercial. Then it was another Joan with a bow that she used to wear when she was younger. She had the little girls wearing the bow in the commercial where it's the logos of her hair, like her Nike logo, her signature logo. They have like it made into bow and they got them in her hair. And the other little girls is doing the playing the patty cake in the joint. And then even in the church, it was a church that her grandma and her used to go to in South Carolina, and they got an older woman in there playing her grandma. So like when you seeing like little stuff like that, then they got Don Staley in the commercial, they got her mom and her dad in the commercial, and then they got even a chicken spot that she used to go to in South Carolina. So when you see like all of those little small things, and sometimes I even thought about it where it was like, I kept telling y'all, like, I understand, like, for all the clock fans, like they be like upset, like, oh, when Nike gonna drop her stuff, they just doing anything to her. I don't think she has no identity for them to be able to brand and market it on. So you kind of can't rush it out. You have to take your time. Because even when I'm watching this commercial, I thought about, like, even for Paige, like, I don't necessarily know if you could jump out there right now and give them this type of authentic type of commercial that make people buy into the person as well as buying into the brand and the Nike shoe that they're trying to release, because a lot of that stuff matter. Like when we talk about Lil Penny and the pennies, like Secret Service can't guard me for, and I was a huge Lil Penny fan. I'm talking about I was a Penny Hardaway fan, but I had the little talking Little Penny doll that was like a Chris Rock voice inside of that. So you sitting here thinking about those nostalgic moments and those characters and that type of culture they built around the sneaker to even sell the sneaker more. I don't necessarily think every Nike person, probably outside of John Morant, has that type of brand to even build around. Like I said, I don't know all of these people's stories personally, but if I'm just going off of what I see and how they represent, how they carry themselves, to me, Asia Wilson was absolutely the perfect person to make this commercial for and make this commercial have that nostalgic feeling, because she is like in real people age, she's not old, but in WNBA or sports age, was probably especially WNBA age more than NBA age, because they are a little bit younger when you're sitting here saying even older. And it's so crazy they still got to do 4 years. What you think about when people say older WNBA players, I believe Asia's still in her 20s though, but that she been in the league for, I think, like this going to her either her 8th or her 9th season. So that's still kind of of course a veteran player at that time, but she's still young, but she's in that age group where it's like, she's old enough to tap in with her fan base, realistically is old enough to understand the nostalgic feeling behind this commercial from the younger players who don't have no type of older people when it comes to their fan base that can even connect to this commercial. So again, like I said, shout out to Nike. And what's the young Obama daughter name? Is it Melania? I don't want to say Melania because I know that's out of pocket. That sounds like a Trump kid name. But the younger, one of the Obama's daughter. I apologize that I can't to remember her name off the top of my head, but she directed this video, and that to me is even more fire. Like that, just like those things that kind of tie hand in hand with that situation makes it 100 times more even cooler from it. Just like that whole nostalgic feel that commercial has, that I got from watching that commercial, even wanting to share that. Like, bro, like I said, literally we talk about it all the time. The only other basketball player I've seen even have close enough to a commercial that fire has been Anthony Edwards. Like Nike has not put up a legit fight with a good commercial in God knows how long. So I am kind of happy that they took it and swung the bat and they hit a home run with A'ja Wilson, because I mean, to me, nobody, it's like she's one of those players where you can't even argue how great she is. So it makes it make 100 times more sense to give her such a fire commercial, because it was like literally a home run for them. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like the next Nike person that I probably would sit here again, like I said, maybe John Morant, you could probably do something with this, or maybe like Shedeur Sanders. Probably realistically, those to me are the only two that I feel like you can kind of play off of their backstory and their style and their presentation to kind of even give them one of those, one of these type of commercials. So again, like I said, shout out to A'ja Wilson, shout out to Nike, and
shout out to Obama daughter.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce her name, and I don't want to screw it up. But yeah, shout out to
she.
Is it Melania? I don't be trying. I don't want to sound dumb as ish, because I'm not gonna lie. Real quick,